Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, the High-Tech Traveler, and today I've got a treat for you guys, the unboxing of the HTC U12 Plus. Now, this here is not the final retail packaging, but what's inside is the final hardware for the phone, all the accessories that you would see in the final retail packaging, and final software on the phone itself. But before we get into that, I'd like to plug a Q&A video that I have coming up within the next couple days about this phone. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will try to make sure I answer every single one of them in that upcoming video. So with that out of the way, let's open this thing up and see what's inside. So here we go. Opening up the box, the first thing that's right on top is the phone itself. We're gonna set this aside, take a look at the other accessories first. Here we have the HTC U12 headphones. These actually have active noise cancellation and plug in over USB-C. And of course, the HTC U12 Plus, like last year's U11, does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack. The good news is, though, that these headphones are better than anything else that you'll get inside the box with any smartphone that's out there, with the active noise cancellation and custom audio profiles that are tuned specifically to the user. And then there's some extra ear tips right there, a USB-C to USB-A charging cable, the charger. The one that comes in the box is only Quick Charge 3.0, but the phone does support up to Quick Charge 4.0. And then down here at the bottom is a hard transparent case so that you can protect the phone while also showing off its design. And it does feature open sides here. This is to make it a little bit easier to take advantage of EdgeSense when you're squeezing the phone. But EdgeSense does still work when you buy third-party cases that do have sides on them, just as long as they're not too rigid so that you can't squeeze the edges of the phone. So let's put all of these things back, get them out of the way, and then take a look at the phone itself. And if you've already seen my first hands-on video when the phone was announced, you'll be familiar with some of the specs, but I'm gonna run through them for you as we turn the device on. So one of the things to notice is that these buttons here on the side, they're using the same technology as they use for EdgeSense for squeezing the phone. These buttons don't actually press. They're not actually buttons. They are seamless with the frame of the phone. So they're pressure sensitive. So when you push on the power button, you do get a little bit of haptic feedback. And the same for the volume rockers right there as well. So up front, we have a 6-inch Quad HD Plus display protected with Gorilla Glass. There are 2 speakers on the device, one up here and one at the bottom. And here is the USB-C port and then a microphone for audio. This actually has multiple microphones, one on the bottom, one on the top, and then 2 on the back here. This enables the 360-degree audio recording and then the audio zoom feature that comes with the HTC U12 Plus. And then up front again, we have 2 cameras right there, both of them 8 megapixels, and this allows for the fake bokeh effect that you get with added depth of field when you're taking portraits. And so far I haven't been able to play with it much when I tested out the device, but the results looked promising. As far as other features on the back, we have a 12 megapixel main sensor and then a 16 megapixel secondary sensor, both of them with electronic image stabilization and optical image stabilization. Laser autofocus sensor right here, dual LED flash, and a fingerprint sensor. And this is the translucent blue color, and it's hard to see in this light here, but it is actually translucent where you can see some of the components on the inside of the phone. I'll be getting better video of this later on so that you can see that a little bit better. And the color on the back is blue, but then the sides and the edges of the phone all the way around are black, which is an interesting choice. Rather than going blue on blue, they've switched it up blue on black. On the side here, we have the micro SD and SIM card slot. And then that's pretty much going to do it for the physical hardware of the device. As far as the specs on the inside, you're looking at 6 gigabytes of RAM and a Snapdragon 845 processor, and then there's also a 3500 milliamp hour battery. So I'm going to run through the setup process really quick to give you guys a look at what the software looks like on the HTC U12 Plus. So once you finish the setup process, you're given the option to customize the navigational bar at the bottom of the screen. The standard option features back, home, and the multitasking button, but you have the option to hide the buttons and then add a power button as well. So I'm going to select that since I enjoy that, and then it gives you those extra buttons. So I can turn the device off just by clicking there. And then this button here will hide the nav buttons at the bottom of the screen when you're inside an application. The software experience on this phone isn't really different than what you get on the HTC U11 or the U11 Plus with their latest software builds. You can swipe up anywhere on the home screen to open up the application drawer. Here you can customize how the apps are organized. You can put them in the folders or organize them in a specific order that you want. If you swipe over from the home screen to the left, you get Blink Feed, which can be customized with your custom news feed or information from your social media feeds as well. And then if we jump into the notification shade, this is close to stock Android, but it does have HTC's custom skin on top of it. You can edit the, hold on a second. You can edit the order of all these quick toggles here. But then if we jump into settings, you can see it's pretty simple, not quite stock Android, but not a lot of customizations as well. We can go in here and we can see that the phone is running on Android Oreo 8.0. So that's going to do it for my unboxing of the HTC U12 Plus. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have a Q&A coming up within the next couple days. So if you have any questions about this phone, make sure you drop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer as many of them as possible. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe as well. I have a full review, camera comparisons, and speed tests coming up within the next week or so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.